434. Welcome to the Power and Victory Morning Devotional. Happy Memorial Day, United States of America. Come on, my Jesus-loving, real estate, business-minded, ambitious entrepreneurs. Here we go. 434. Boom. In the book of Acts, chapter 4, verse 34, it says they sold land and homes. Come on, that's real estate. That's business. They laid the proceeds, the profits, the commissions. They laid it at the apostles' feet. Come on, that's real estate with a reason. That's prosperity with a purpose. Good morning. Happy Memorial Day. All my Jesus-loving real estate entrepreneurs, top of the morning to you. Welcome to the Power and Victory Morning Devotional, where we gather together for a double espresso jolt to your faith. Jeff Lewis coming to you live from the beautiful beaches in Tampa Bay, home of the palm trees, sugary white sand, Caribbean blue waters. The dolphins are jumping red, white, and blue all over the place today. How are you? It's Memorial Day. Come on. We're celebrating the U.S. of A. Happy Memorial Day to everybody all around the country. Come on. We're celebrating here. I just hope that you'll just celebrate with us as we celebrate this amazing country that God has blessed us with, right? That we have these freedoms that have been fought for. And today on the broadcast, as we just take a pause, as we just celebrate this country, and listen, if you're in another country, I hope you would have passion about that country. We are in this country. We're passionate about the nations of the world, but God's put us in the United States of America. And today we are going to celebrate the red, white, and blue. So good morning to everybody on all the different broadcasts. Good morning to everybody over there on X, all of our 434 Xers. We are a community of Jesus-loving real estate entrepreneurs. We love Jesus with all of our heart, right? We have a passion to bring the gospel to our country. And so today we're celebrating the United States. And we're gonna have a little history lesson. If you were like me and maybe you were falling asleep or you were daydreaming in high school, we're gonna have a little history lesson today about Memorial Day. So we're so glad you are here. As I think about this day, man, and we walk around our community, you see flags flying everywhere. We're here in Tampa Bay, Florida. And, we have an election that's coming up in about 6 months, right? If you remember our last election cycle, we had cities in the United States burning, right? We had rigged elections, right? We got all kinds of craziness. We had an international shutdown and lockdown. And I want to just tell you today, first of all, we want to say thank you as we celebrate today, Memorial Day. We want to thank all of those men and women that have fought for our country. And listen, we didn't fight for some dictatorship, right? Our country is governed from the bottom up, right? We vote in elected officials. So it's not like we have some dictatorship. If you don't know that the United States of America is a very, very, very unique, special country in the nations of the world, then you're asleep at the wheel, and we are not ashamed to celebrate. Listen, does our country, does she need some healing? Yeah. Does she need some? Absolutely. But I'm telling you what, this is the greatest land, right? And I believe her greatest days are yet ahead. And today, as we celebrate Memorial Day, we want to say thank you to, first of all, to all of you that you may be serving, right? You may be serving in the military. Maybe you have served. Maybe you have family members, right, that have served. And of course, it's a family, right? You talk about heroes, right? In our country, right, we celebrate athletes, right? And maybe even business people. And yeah, we celebrate those people too. But I'm telling you what, without our country, without those people that have fought off evil from our country, we wouldn't have what we have today. And so we want to say thank you. We want to tip our hat to you. We want to let you know, those of you that maybe you've had loved ones that have died fighting for this country, we want to say thank you. We want to tell you we appreciate you. All of the policemen, all of the fire, everybody that has fought for freedom in our country, and especially those that have shed their blood for our country. We want to let you know you guys are heroes. We celebrate you. That's what we're thinking about today. As we eat our hamburgers and our hot dogs and we're around the pool today, we want to let you know we're thinking and we're celebrating you. And at the same time, come on, you Christians. Come on, you Jesus-loving Christians. We're believing in this red, white, and blue for a revival. We're believing we are smack dab in the middle of revival. Right? Churches starting to overflow. College campuses where the students are gathering and worshiping Jesus all night. Come on, just lift up your hands and thank God for the U.S. of A. And today on the broadcast, we're going to celebrate that together. And then we're off to the hamburgers, the hot dogs, all of the meat, the swimming pools, and all the fun that we're going to have with our family. So good morning. So glad you guys are all joining us with us. We've been here live now into our 4th year. If I haven't met you, Jeff Lewis, I met Jesus 33 years ago in a business meeting. I was in a business meeting, and by the way, in that business meeting, those businessmen were celebrating the United States. You know that there's dummies that want to take down our statues. They want to destroy and take things off of all of our buildings. In God we trust and all of that, right? They don't like that. They don't like when you love your love for your country with your relationship with God. You know that God set boundaries and nations in place. And so listen, come on, 434. We as entrepreneurs, we are the bold. We are influencers. We are difference makers. So we're so glad here. We're not bowing. We're not ashamed. We're bold. They haven't seen bold, my friends. They haven't seen bold. Come on. The Church of Jesus Christ, the entrepreneurs that are red hot for Jesus. Come on, we're not putting our light underneath of a what is it called? We're not putting our light underneath of a what's it called? Help me? That light underneath of a bushel or whatever that is. We're gonna let our light shine. So top of the morning, good morning, everybody. What I thought we'd do today is, I know when I was in high school, I was daydreaming about basketball and girls. So I missed a few of these classes. And so I thought you would just join me a little bit today. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Denise Ann. Hey, Sandy. You would join me today. And we'd actually, let's read a little bit of history. I began to do this, and I got some exciting things to share with you that you may not know about Memorial Day. So let's do this. You know what we do. I got a little surprise for you at the end, too. Come on, you know what we do. We start off the broadcast with a shout, with a let's go all around the country. Today, we're shouting for the United States of America. You ready? So on 3, let's hear a let's go all around the country. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, come on. Let's go! Let's go! It's a marketplace revival. Men, women, children meeting Jesus all over our country. If you're just joining us, happy Memorial Day. So glad you're with us. Thank you for joining us, spending a couple minutes. So let me just do this with you. I'm gonna read to you a little bit about Memorial Day. And today, right, we're celebrating our fallen soldiers, those that are fought for our country. You know, sometimes us business people, we got to be careful that we don't forget our history, right? And there are some great resources, and get ready. We're going to be bringing some of those people around you guys. They are called by God to equip us, right? You know how we say every morning that God's equipping you to win? Well, let's just do that. God's equipping you to win.
All I do is win, win, win.
Yeah. So we're going to be bringing some people around you guys that are anointed Holy Ghost people that are called to equip us when it comes to our history, what we're standing for. I believe this, and then get ready. We're going to have a little history lesson together on Memorial Day. I believe this. I believe the United States of America, right? For the Antichrist, one world government, one world leader, cashless society, right? You'll do what I say. You'll worship me. I believe the United States of America is that last big superpower to try to fall. And when they open up borders and they just let, 9 to 20 million illegals just come right through the southern border, right? When they try to shut your business down and say, hey, we'll send you the government who's 30 trillion in debt, telling you to shut your business down, and we'll send you $1,400 a month, or they'll send you a little PPP. No, keep your P. We're going to keep our businesses open. Come on. How many of you, maybe you were fooled last time, right? We're on this election, right? I heard somebody yesterday, a real influential person said him and his family, just their monthly groceries just over the last few years are like hundreds of dollars more. How do you like what you're getting? Well, for you, and I don't think many of you on this broadcast, but if you're listening to me and you voted for Uncle Joe, well, enjoy your portion, my friends. Enjoy your portion. But how many of you know we're about to let Uncle Joe go on a vacation? We're going to let him go back to the nursing home and have his applesauce. And so we're all getting ready for a great red wave. So here's what I want to do this morning. I want to just read to you a little bit of history about Memorial Day, right? This is mainly for me, so if this gives you a little something, hey, you'll get blessed as well. So Memorial Day is an American holiday observed on the last Monday of May, honoring the men and the women who died while serving in the U.S. military, right? So you've got Memorial Day, and then you've got Veterans Day. Memorial Day is today. And listen, here, I didn't know this. Memorial Day was originally known as Decoration Day. Did you guys know that? I didn't know that. It originated in the years following the Civil War, became an official federal holiday in 1971. Man, I think these are the things, right? We need to make sure our children understand the history, the real history of our country. Many Americans observe Memorial Day by visiting cemeteries, family gatherings, right? What are you doing for Memorial Day today, right? Many people I know, if you're up around the lakes, many times today celebrates, right? The lake's open. There's a whole celebration. Well, let me give you a little history. Let's all join in here together on how did this all start? The Civil War, which ended in the spring of 1865, claimed more lives than any conflict in the United States history, required the establishment of the country's first national cemeteries. By the late 1860s, Americans in various towns and cities had begun holding springtime tributes to these countless fallen soldiers, decorating their graves with flowers and reciting prayers. It's unclear where exactly this tradition was originated. Numerous different communities may have independently initiated these memorial gatherings, right? Memorial Day. And some records show that one of the earliest Memorial Day commemorations was organized by a group of formerly enslaved people in Charleston, South Carolina, less than a month after the Confederacy surrendered in 1865, right? We're getting a little history lesson. Nevertheless, in 1966, right? So go ahead and type in the chat, what state are you listening to the broadcast from? In 1966, the federal government declared Waterloo, New York, the official birthplace of Memorial Day. Now, I don't know why. Let's see if it tells us. Waterloo, which first celebrated the day on May 5th, 1866, was chosen because it hosted an annual community-wide event during which businesses closed, residents decorated the graves of soldiers with flowers and flags. What do you guys do? I'm wondering what is your tradition to celebrate Memorial Day? You can type that in the chat. On May 5th, 1868, listen to this. This was interesting. General John Logan, leader of an organization for the Northern Civil War veterans, called for a nationwide day of remembrance later that month. The 30th of May, 1868. What's that? That's like 150-ish years ago. The 30th of May is designated for the purpose of strewing flowers or otherwise decorating the graves of comrades who died in defense of the country during the late rebellion, whose bodies now lie in almost every city, village, and hamlet churchyard in the land, he proclaimed. The day of Decoration Day, it was called. Did you know that? I didn't know that. The day of Decoration Day, as he called it, was chosen because it wasn't the anniversary of any particular battle. So that's interesting. Did you guys know that? Decoration Day. Interesting. Denise Sands says, we celebrate with family at the lake house. I love that. I love that. That sounds so much fun. So, okay, let's keep reading here. We're talking about Memorial Day. So listen to this. On the first Decoration Day, General James Garfield made a speech at the Arlington National Cemetery. Has anybody ever been there? I remember when I was in high school, we took a Washington, D.C. trip, but I don't think we visited the cemetery. So James Garfield made a speech at the Arlington National Cemetery. 5,000 participants decorated the graves of 20,000 Civil War soldiers buried there. Many northern states held similar commemorative events and reprised their tradition in subsequent years. By 1890, each one had made Decoration Day, an official state holiday. Southern states, on the other hand, continued to honor the dead on their separate days until World War I, right? There was still some hostility between the North and the South. Here we go. Memorial Day, as Decoration Day, gradually came to be known, originally honored only those who lost fighting in the Civil War. But during World War I, the United States found itself embroiled in another major conflict, and the holiday evolved to commemorate American military personnel who died in all wars, right? That includes World War II, the Vietnam War, the Korean War, Iraq, Afghanistan, right? Any of these soldiers, think about these young men, these people that have fought, they died 434, right? They're not out here raising their children now. They're not out here running business. They shed their blood. They laid down the ultimate price to fight for freedom. Now, I know whether you believe in these wars, good wars, bad wars, all of that, many of these were young people that signed up, right, now maybe they just didn't want to go to college, right? But many of them, they wanted to make a difference. They wanted to stand for something, right? And we want to honor their sacrifices today. Yes? Come on, 434. And so, they began then to honor all of the fallen soldiers over all the wars. If you're just joining us, we're saying Happy Memorial Day. We're celebrating the red, white, and blue today. We're remembering those that have fought for our country. And there's a renewed resolve in all of us that now it's on our watch, right? Now it's on our watch, right? You got idiots that think that, right, you don't have to, you got to have a driver's license to do all this other stuff in our country, but, so that they can have mail-in voters, that they can rig elections. You don't need any ID. How asinine can you get? A child could understand. You have to be registered to vote. You have to have an ID, right? And of course, when there's mail-in votes, right? We know there's military people that are overseas. Okay. But for the known world to just do mail-in votes, that's where you find, 40,000 buckets of just mail-in votes just happen to show up. And that's why I'm encouraging all of you. Get involved this election. Make sure you vote. It's not hard to understand which side is more godly, okay? You understand by the color I'm wearing. It's not even close, okay? It's now become good and evil. So look at this. For decades, Memorial Day continued to be observed on May 30th, the date General Logan had selected for the first Decoration Day. Here it is. But in 1968, that's when I was born, so you can do the math, Congress passed the Uniform Monday Holiday Act, which established Memorial Day as the last Monday in May in order to create a 3-day weekend for federal employees, right? You guys love that. The change went into effect in 1971, and the same law declared Memorial Day as a federal holiday. So there you go. There you go. 434. That is what this holiday means, right? And I'm just telling you, if you're in this community, you know what we're all about, right? We're all about a marketplace revival. God raising you up as influencers, as people. You have a voice. You bring truth to your family, right? To your communities, right? To your brokerages, to your businesses, your cities and state. And so, listen, we just wanted to come on for a few minutes this morning, spend our morning with you guys. Why don't you go ahead and, if you can type in the chat, tell us what you're doing today. And as we celebrate this Memorial Day together, here's what I wanted to do. Now, listen, I'm going to do this for you guys. Now, when I do this, I just want to say hello to everybody on the broadcast. Hey, Anita, what's up, everybody? Top of the morning. You can share this broadcast. You can tag your friends. We've been here live now every Monday through Friday. We're in our 4th year. We're at just about our 800 episodes. We're raising up men and women, end-time entrepreneurs in a marketplace revival. I want to tell you that we are getting ready to launch something around our country. If you love your country, all of our C4 patriots, right? People that are, you're Christian, right? You're conservatives, you're compassionate capitalists, right? We're compassionate that we take our capitalism, right? And we are a blessing to other people, right? Come on, if you're a C4 patriot, type in the chat C4 patriots. So hello to our C4 patriots. We've got a community of over 13,000 of them. And so we're so glad you guys are here. And get ready. All of you, I want to let you know, we are getting ready to launch a national initiative that is going to be good for our country. It's going to be good for the church. It's going to be good for our entrepreneurs. So here's what I'm going to do today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end the broadcast today as we celebrate the USA. Come on, everybody, flood the chat with USA. USA. And listen, I hope you guys have an amazing day. I hope you have great time with your family. I hope you just have a refreshing day as you just celebrate. You celebrate this amazing country that we're in, right? This is an amazing country. I know there's a lot of things that need to be fixed, but listen, God is on the move in the red, white, and blue. God is on the move, my friend. The pendulum is swinging. Righteousness shall prevail. Light always prevails over darkness. So before we go and we end the broadcast, I want everybody just to go ahead, type in the chat one last time. Type in the chat, what state are you representing right now? What state are you representing? And we're just going to give you a big God bless you, red, white, and blue today. And we're thinking about you guys. We're going to have an amazing faith camp is going to launch back up tomorrow. Wisconsin's in the house. Come on, everybody type in the chat what state you're listening to the broadcast. Michigan. Come on, Michigan. The light shining in Michigan, Wisconsin. I love it. So listen. We're going to let you go, and as we go, right, you know, we always end the broadcast where we're going to go higher, further, and faster, right? But I wanted to end the broadcast today with this amazing song celebrating our country together. So listen to this for the last couple minutes. And every single one of you, we love you guys. Come on, the red, white, and blue revival in our land. And now God's looking for some heroes. God's looking for some men and women that will take the baton today on our watch. And we're not letting this country implode on our watch. So listen to this as we celebrate. Matter of fact, let me do this. Let me share my screen with you because this is a beautiful video as we end the broadcast. Here we go. Watch this.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA. There's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Come on, 434. We love you guys. You guys have an amazing day. Come on, we'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. We are going higher, further, and faster together. Love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.